soap recipe. there's there's this app online where I go to so I can make my recipe. So let me go to www.soapcalc.net. Oh my gosh, what happened? Okay, this is the website. Okay, and so how do you make this thing bigger? Okay, so I go here, recipe calculator, and then so there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. Okay, so number one, the type of lye, NaOH, is sodium hydroxide. We use that for cold soap, and we're not doing that right now. So number two, my weight of oils is for me ounces. Okay, so you can type in ounces right here. So 1 pound is equivalent to 16 ounces. So just for this recipe, let's make 3 ounces. I mean 3 pounds, or 3 times 16. Let's make it 48. 48 ounces. Okay, we're going to make 48 ounces. It's equivalent to, wait, 16 times 3. Yes, 48. Yes. And then water as percentage of oils. Normally it's 38. Okay, if you're a new or beginner soap maker, just leave it at that, or you can make it lesser. Some people make it like 21, 24. I can they do that because they don't want it a long time cure. They want to do a water discount, but for me, I'm going to make it 28 maybe, but we will find out later, because sometimes if you make the lessen the water, water as a percentage of what, if you lessen this amount, see, um if it's too much water, it might harden my soap right away. When sometimes I want to do swirls, but I'm not used to doing that, um it will harden right away, and there's no even time to put it in the molds, because sometimes, most of the time, I have fancy molds. I don't use the black loaf ones. Anyway, let's leave it at that. For later, maybe I can change it. Okay, super fat is not part of the recipe. It's just extra recipe, so that, I mean, extra fat, so that, to make sure that there is more oil than lye, because lye is like a caustic um, ingredient. That means it's caustic, meaning it's corrosive. Okay, and so we want to make sure that there's more oil and water than lye. Okay, so that's why sometimes we put a buffer here to add super fat. Super fat, uh, normally this website put it at 5, so let's leave it at that. And then the fragrance oil, zero point 0.5. mm, some people remove that, some people just leave it as that. So we'll leave it this and this as the default right there. But most likely I will make this lower, not 38, but maybe something like 28 later. Okay, okay, so um this is right now I want to make my own recipe because I have a lot of oils and I want to use it. And that's the advantage of making your own recipe. You can make sure that the water and lye and oil ratio is balanced. And number two, you can just type in the oils that you have to make use of it. So that's the advantage. So I have a lot of beef tallow. I just ordered online from so, Soper's Choice. So I'm going to look for beef tallow in the table. This is a list of oils and fat that you can add to your recipe. Okay, so I'm looking for beef tallow. Should be up here. Beef. See? Tallow. I don't see. I see beeswax. I kind of have some beeswax, so I'll just add it. Okay, if you want to add it, click on plus, and then, or you can click on this thing, double click. Okay, and then I want to add beef tallow. Maybe tallow is letter T. Tallow, beef tallow. Okay, double click. Okay, now it's added here. And then I want to add some beeswax. I added there. And then I want to add some coconut oil. So it has to be like a balance of the hard oils in room temperature and liquid oils in room temperature. So I'm adding tallow beef that's hard in room temperature, beeswax that's hard in room temperature. So we can add some sort of olive oil. Olive oil is good for your skin. Okay, first I'm in letter C. Let's just add coconut oil. Now there are two, and we just click on 76 degrees coconut oil. Double click, and then we're going to add so coconut oil is hard, beef tallow is hard, beeswax is hard. So we're going to add a little bit of almond oil because I have sweet almond oil that I need to use up. So almond oil or sweet almond oil is noted here. Okay, and then I'm going to add b um all of these are what else do I need? Castor oil, and I gotta add castor oil. So let's see. Should I add olive oil? I could. So castor oil is liquid, almond oil is liquid, and then let's add like olive oil, or let's add like canola oil. Let's see if we have canola oil here. Canola. This is the regular cooking canola oil. Okay, and then what else? I don't want to add too much because I'm adding coconut milk here, and then but it's not calculated in the recipe. It's just added in the water. So coconut oil I'm adding in the water. Okay. Actually, I use ChatGPT as well. According to ChatGPT, it's 50% oil, beef tallow here. So I'm going to write it here, 50, and then it's saying that beeswax 1.6%. I have beeswax that I bought from the Amazon. So I'll add that. Okay, let me see. I'll put this down here so I can be able to be hands free. Be hands free. Oh my god. What happened? Cancel. Hello. What happened? Oops, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm making soap and I'm formulating my own recipe. And sometimes I use ChatGPT and then I just modify it according to the oils that I have. Anyway, so I've already showed you how to, oops, it's kind of crooked like that. Oh my god, sorry. Okay, that's the screen. Okay, so I if you want to add oils, this is the chart, and you just double click it to move it here. And then these are the ingredients that I have right now, so I'm making my own recipe. And so to be able to increase or decrease the recipe, I'll just put the percentage here, and this website will calculate the ounces that I need to add in my recipe to formulate my own recipe. Okay, so this is how I do it. I have beeswax from Amazon, beef tallow from Soaper's Choice, coconut oil from the groceries, sweet almond oil, and then castor oil and canola oil. So I have beef tallow here. This is we have to like balance the hard in room temperature kind of oils and the liquid in room temperature kind of oils to have a hard and long a soap that will last long. Okay, so beef tallow is good for the skin. It has a lot of vitamins E, D, and just look it up. Okay, so coconut oil, I use it so that my bar of soap is not like creamy, and it also helps in the cleansing, adding cleansing properties to your soap. So I'm just putting a little bit, maybe 3.2%. Uh, let's try 3.2%. 3.2 ounces. I don't know how much. Let's make it like 15%. Okay. And then almond oil, sweet almond oil. Let's see. Maybe 10%. I don't know. I'm just checking. All in all, we're trying to compute the percentage to be total to 100. Okay, castor oil mostly just to add bubbles. I actually use like 3 to 5%, and then canola oil. I don't really need this, so I can minus this, and then for tallow, I can make it like 60%, right? Or maybe 55. And I don't know. Let me calculate. So it says I don't have a calculator and I don't know math. So I just click here and it will tell you that I need to adjust by adding 15.4%. So I make it 100. Okay, so I probably could use some canola oil here because canola oil works like olive oil too, but um, it's less expensive for me. So let me add canola oil here, regular, and back, and then I'll say I will put 15% point 4. Was that correct? Okay, let's calculate again. So it adds up to 100. And that means this is how it's going to make me my formula. So this is in onzes. So I need to have a. I'm still live. Hello, anybody there? Yes. Hi. So this is my formula. I need beeswax, and 1.6% is equivalent to 0.76 ounces. So I need a good scale so I can get these percentages. Tallow beef, I need 26.4 ounces. Coconut oil, 7.2. Sweet almond oil, 4.8. Mm, castor oil, 1.44 ounces. Canola oil, 7. Now, if I want to modify this, this is where I do it. Now, I don't really like too much sweet almond oil. I don't want to waste beautiful oil on this e boring recipe. So maybe I don't know. Should I use this? Oh, I actually need to use my sweet almond oil already. So this is a good recipe. So if you want to view the recipe and add like notes, you can click on view or print recipe and it will bring you to the next screen. Now, I don't really want my soap to cure for a long time and have a lot of water, so I just make this water as percentage of oils to be like some people actually make it to lesser than 38, but let's keep it at 30. Okay, so it's not very heavy in water. So I'm going to click on view or print recipe, so I can add my notes. Okay, so I'm going to shut this windows. It's supposed to bring me to the next screen. I don't know what's going on. So, how many people are actually watching? Okay. Um, I don't know. Calculate and then view. Okay, so this is my recipe that I can print. Now, your recipe name, I'm always putting the date of when I made it so I know how long it has been curing because sometimes I forget. So, I'm to put today's date, which is March 8th, Saturday, March 8th. I can say 03 and then 08 23 25. Okay, and then this is beef tallow soap. I purposely want to make it mostly beef tallow because first it's cheaper and then it's the kind of oil that's closest to the human body oils also, but I don't want it too oily. So maybe my super fat can be in decreased. This is actually 5% super fat. So I want to go back here and make it like 3 because summer and spring is coming and um, I don't I don't want it to be very greasy or some. So so that's why I make it lesser super fat because when I'm measuring these two, um, just that's just a buffer. So we're totaling it to 100%, and that's actually 103% in total of oils. So let me see the recipe again. So these are the oils that I will need. So it'll calculate for us the water and the lye amounts in ounces. So in order to make my soap, so it gave me water 14 ounces point 4, and the lye I need is 6.76 ounces, and the oils, this total is 48%, 48 ounces. So this will be a total of 70.66 ounces. So it's kind of a big amount, but I don't wanna make a mistake, so let me make it smaller. So instead of 48 ounces of oils, mm, try to make it 32, 2 pounds only. Actually, that's not bad. Okay, actually that's not bad. I wanted to modify it again. View the recipe. So I'll just add additives. So I'm going to add of water, maybe 3 ounces of the 14 will be coconut milk. It adds to the lather to your soap, and it's like makes it a little bit silky. Coconut cream or coconut milk. And I don't know how this will turn out, if it's going to burn with the lye or make the soap brown. So I'm not going to make any color additives, or should I? Let's make it 2 ounces. 2 ounces. 2 ounces of coconut milk. I will add in the instead of water, instead of H2O. Okay, so the additives I'm adding is coconut milk, and then I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of sugar. It adds to the bubbliness. So right now the cleansing part is 14%. Mostly it comes from the coconut oil that I add in the soap. So it says 14 And then the cleansing range that's desirable in a bar of soap is 12 to 22. So we're still in the range of the cleansing part. The hardness part is 44, so we have 47 for this soap. And the conditioning part comes from sweet almond oil and tallow beef. So it has high conditioning properties, which is 50. It's still within the desirable range, which is 44 to 69. And then creaminess, it's within the range, which this bar is supposed to be 34 for this recipe. And then iodine, I don't know what that is. Anyway, if you want to read up some more, these are the different kinds of, like, what are these acids that's present in the oils that you're adding to the soap. But when you're making soap, oils, uh, together with water and lye, when they emulsify, it's going to do a chemical reaction and turn into the the soap. It'll turn into soap. So I don't know if these things still make a big effect on your skin, but these are all the kind of acids that are in the different kinds of oils that you're mixing in this recipe. So anyway, I'm just concentrating on my additive. So I'll add coconut milk and replace 2 ounces from the 14.4 of water that I will have to add to the lye. And then I'll add 1 teaspoon to make it more bubbly. I just like um to add sugar. It's not a lot. I think this is like 3 pounds. No, the total soap weight is before curing is 70.66. So after curing, it's probably going to be lesser than that. Okay, just a couple of ounces maybe after a year of curing. But we don't cure this um for a long time. It'll be like 4 to 6 weeks and that's it, ready to use. Okay, so what other additives do I need to add here? I have coconut milk to make it mm, more conditioning, and I'm not sure if it adds to the silkiness feel to the bar of soap, I think, or is it coconut cream? But it's coconut, so I'm not sure which one it is. But I'm adding some sugar so that it will be more bubbly, even if I also already have coconut um, cleansing is kind of equivalent to more bubbly. It's in the range of 14, so I'm just adding maybe 2 teaspoons of sugar to an ounce. I'll just take the ounce from here, from the water instead. So I will take some water here and add it here. So it's like coconut milk and sugar in the water to add to the lye. I don't know how it will turn out. So I'm making 3 pounds and I hope this will not burn. 2 teaspoons of sugar and add to 1 ounce of water. Or I can, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what other additives do I want? I'll think about it if I want scents, fragrance oils. Okay, so since spring is approaching, I want something like Palo Alto maybe, and or maybe patchouli, or maybe orange. Not sure. I I could split some of these, and because I have a lot of uh, scents with me. So let me just get my book about the scents and what they. So I don't know. I don't know. These are the scents that I have. Okay. So I have lavender, eucalyptus, rosemary, peppermint, tea tree, and sweet orange. These are all good. But I don't know. Can I use this for can I use this for soap? Let me see. Caution. Dilute pure essential oils with a carrier oil prior to skin application. Photosensitivity to sunlight can occur when using citrus oils. Avoid tanning booths. Keep out of reach of children. Contact. Avoid eye contact. Okay. So I could probably use this in soap. Or I could use this for my lip balms. Yes. And then this one, I have a lot. But they're different kinds. So, I don't know, 0.33 full ounce. So per every pound of oil, you can add like 0.3 to 0.7 ounces of soap. Now, I have only 0.33 for each. And I don't want my soap to be not so smelling good. But I don't know how to divide this. I can make it one. So I removed the fragrance oil. This is, I have two point 0.33 full ounce, 0.33 full ounce for each little. So the total weight of my soap will be soap weight before cold process curing or hot process cooking. The total ounces will be 70.66 ounces. And then so per pound, how many pounds is that going to be? I don't know. The total pounds is 4 pounds. Okay, so for every pound of soap I can add 0.3 to 0.7. So I don't know. I have to decide ahead what I do with this soap. I don't know how hard it's going to behave when I'm mixing it. I don't want it to soapanify fast. I don't want it to trace fast because I want to be able to add it, like pour it properly in the little molds. Okay, so in March 29, okay, so I'm going to fix this later. I'm going to add the date again because it got erased. 03.08.25, and then I'm going to add beef tallow. There it is. Okay, we're going to print this now. Okay, I got this printer, needs to be turned on. Okay, so that's how I made my recipe. It took 30 minutes.